Hello, Leo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So I am here to do a read for you and that other person. Now, just note that that other person might be a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be a person of interest and even a friend or family member, okay? So please keep that in mind. Now, this is a general read, which means that it might not resonate for everyone, and I hope that you find something that resonates with you here. This is going to be focused on love in my bi-weeklies. I do have a monthly general read that comes out that you might want to check out if you're not searching for love, but that's what's coming out. So these are my bi-weeklies of you and the other person. So let's see what wants to come out. This will be from May 20th through the 31st. And this will be for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs, okay? So do keep that in mind. Now, messages may be reversed. You might resonate more from one side than the other, so just note that. Take whatever messages that seem to resonate with you and take them into consideration, and see what's best for you. And if it doesn't resonate, then definitely leave it for another Leo or Leo crosswatcher. Okay. All right, guys, let's see what's in store for you. Let's go ahead with the first card here. So we've got Beyond Death, Life. Okay, so what this means is that with any ending, there is a brand beautiful new beginning. Okay, and it's almost as if that it cleanses you through the process. Okay, so that's what's coming into play. This is the one card, okay, which is beautiful. And when I see the one, that this talks about a potential, right? It's all about potential that's coming through here. So quite beautiful for you here. So I love seeing this. And what this is telling me is that at this time is that it's almost like this is about taking a step in a new direction. This could be a step in a new relationship. Perhaps you're moving, okay? And perhaps you're ending a relationship. Maybe you are changing a direction in a relationship. Maybe you're focusing on changing a career, or maybe stepping away from any sort of tradition, group, or whatever that is. But this it's almost as if that this choice was not yours. Okay, it might be you that when it's not your choice, sometimes it makes us feel a little confused and a little, maybe on a little bit of a wobble stage, so to speak. So and that's okay, that's normal. Okay, especially when life circumstances don't happen the way that you wish them to happen, or that your heart would want them to be. So that just note that that this transition through this ending, might be triggered by inner feelings that you can't quite pin down. But this is basically saying is that it's going to propel your away of what has been, from what has been, into some brand new oasis that is going to bring in some brand new opportunities, but it's going to also bring you towards confusion as you encounter these possibilities and opportunities. Okay, and sometimes again that leaves us in a wobble stage, like we feel like we've been unprepared, or we're not sure if we have what it takes to move ahead right now. But through grace and through this, what's going to happen is you're going to have this spiritual intelligence that's going to shift your perspective and move you forward. And this is just saying to really rest upon, focus on looking forward and the new experiences that you have that have not even been touched yet. Okay, and it's going to really say for you to open and be transparent in that of the light of the divine that wants to shine through you. Allow the divine to give you the guidance that you need through this process, and trust what the divine has in store for you, because your question of worthiness and is probably coming into play here as well. Okay, and it wants you to be in this beautiful a good well-being, so to speak. Okay, that's what it wants to let you know, and to remember your true nature. Okay, so that's what it wants to let you know. It's not the time to fear. This is not the time to hold back and to hesitate. This is a time to focus on what is becoming and to flow with that and honoring what no longer is. Okay, so it could be a relationship, it could be a situation, like I said, some sort of move, some sort of new beginning. But with every new beginning, right, there comes to be some sort of ending. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's see what else wants to come out. A new beginning, a number one, guys. Okay, so it's almost as if you're letting go and you're releasing the old gown, the old cloak, and the old what has been, and you have a brand new gown, and that is the title of this card. And see how this person is looking towards the sunlight, and I apologize for the glare, guys. See how she's looking to the sunlight and how it's warming her aura, and it's just really just causing the sun rays are shining upon her. There's passion. It's groundedness as well in this, the root chakra, and you've got the green for the heart chakra. So it's a liking, a stability of liking, whatever is coming your way right now. This is the 18 card, and that reduces to a 9, and that's coming to fruition, right? It's coming to fruition. And so this is beautiful for you. I like to see this. So what this is telling me is that at this time is that you've got to look to where the light is and follow the divine and trust the divine, just like as in this last card here, this previous card here. This is saying is that, at this particular time is that there is, it's almost like you're being offered a gift, through this process. You perhaps may be thinking that, from this, that it's almost like this question of worthiness. Okay, you've got this really you're moving towards this evolutionary shift in you. You're going down a new spiritual path, and again, it's the divine's happening in this process. Okay, this is just saying it's a really it's a really beautiful gift. This is about embracing your own path moving forward, right? So it's also embracing that. So it is really focusing on the true divinity within you, okay? And really focusing on on what it is that is going to bring you evolution, what is going to bring you greater peace, and what is going to move you forward. And it's all about taking that first step, right? That first step. I mean, it's like a new gown. It's like a new kind of like a new way of doing things now as it relates, because of what you have learned. You've learned so much, Leo, and what's coming through is that now you're wearing this regal cloak, this regal gown, and it's giving you, it's almost as if you're moving forward into the light. So it's making the first right step, getting out of your head, focusing on action. You don't need to know exactly where this is going, Leo. It's going to take you. You just need to start with the thing that feels right and keep following with those right feeling things and see where they lead for you. Okay? Because we know most answers reveal themselves through doing, not through thinking. Okay? So that's what it wants to let you know. Let's see what else wants to come up there, okay? How interesting is this for you? Oh, how nice. The sacred phoenix of the heart, okay? So this is very passionate, like this whirlwind of passion, of creativity that is embracing you. It's almost as like it's almost as if you try on this new cloak, and though that you're looking to the divine for guidance, you know that the cloak is beautiful, right? That this new gown is quite beautiful. And then guess what happens right after that? You start twirling in it. You start dancing in it. And this is the passion. So if you're thinking that, oh my gosh, this is coming to the end, I will never be the same, look at what you have coming. A new dance. a new way of being, a new way of doing in a relationship, in a situation, okay? Whatever is coming, whatever has brought you to my channel here, okay? This is beautiful. It's like discovering your calling and moving forward to it. Maybe you didn't know how you wanted to move forward, but you just kind of followed the lead. And you just kept just following the clues that were leading you to what it is that you wanted to do, right? So what is it that you've been been saying forever that you'd love to do? Has somebody mentioned something to you? Maybe it is a situation, in terms of, a relationship, a business, whatever that is. Do what makes you dance, okay? Because this is a sacred phoenix heart. And this is saying is that whatever you're doing is sacred. It is a movement with the divine. It stems from the heart. There's no doubt about it. And it's asking you to dance with the divine as you move forward, as it relates, to this situation, okay? You're being guided. Accept the doors that were being closed and let it become that tinder, what is burnt out. Let those little final flames become that tinder to move you forward in the fire, okay? Move you forward, okay? And really propel you into your divine destiny, because you're going to feel reborn in a new form again, okay? And like I said, is that through the darkness and everything that you've endured, any confusion or any uncertainty is going to bring you forward into this beautiful divine. Okay, so let life come to you. Let go of the old version of the past, and you've got a new way of living, and you're in a new dance, my friends. You are on a new dance, and remember that there is divine timing in this situation. Okay. And which is a significant factor as we make as we dream, right? And we try to make we focus on our dreams and what we want in life. Your time is now, okay? It may seem less likely of a time to you because you're you're going through the darkness and you're moving forward, but don't turn back. Move towards your progress, and you'll be actually given the golden rays of the sun that's going to lead the way for you into what you may find confusing or dark. So that's what this is saying. So let me continue this and see what else wants to come out for you here. What is it? Divine discontent. Oh, oh wow. Okay, so this is another 3 cards. So you got a 21 and then you get a 12 card, right? And 3s are all about communication, okay? So maybe the communication that you're experiencing with the divine is, it's been a little crazy, right? But I think that you're getting rid of, you're disconnecting to the way things were before. But this is saying is that it wants you to truly embrace working with the divine. And even though that feels like you're disconnected from others at this particular time, because you might have to go within and to search and to move and to understand and to up level yourself, that don't think that going within and any sort of disconnection or confusion that there's something wrong with you, okay? That's a misinterpretation, okay? This is saying is that understanding it is not so relevant. Sadness is to be felt, okay? You don't need to understand. It's just to be felt and worked through, okay? So that's what this is saying. So if you're looking for understanding at this time, know that you are awakening from a deep slumber and you're coming forward in your truth, moving forward as it relates to a situation, as it relates to a relationship. You're coming to your truth. And this is communication. All this blue here that you see here, this is communication, okay? In some way, shape, or form. So there could be a disconnect in communication in a relationship, or connect to the relationship with your spiritual, with the divine here, okay? This is basically saying is that something's going to be done, and heaven's going to have a play in this. Yeah, definitely. Don't be scared that you have a great adventure that is ahead for you, okay? And it's really going to help you. It's really going to help you in this process to experience this. That disconnection that you might have is just leading you to your greatest connection with your divinity and your truth. Okay, so look beyond what you might see in terms of confusion and sadness and things like that. Look beyond of what has been maybe treasured in the past as well, and now it's about finding the precious gold in moving forward. Okay, the gold in that, and understanding that that had wisdom to teach you and to build your self-esteem and to move forward. Okay, so that's what's coming into play here. This is quite interesting. Okay, let me see about this other person here. Okay, this other person is an angel of Rasbar. Okay, and this is interesting because this is about going with the flow. Okay, this is a 27 card that brings it to a 9, and it's about coming to fruition here. Okay, so coming to fruition is what's coming into play. And with this being a 27 card, this is just basically telling me is that right now, it's to say that, you know, that grace and compassion in this relationship, in this situation, is going to be called for. Okay, and this is saying that is whatever is happening right now within your heart is going to be is teaching this person a lot. Okay, so it's almost as if that they're being guided to their life purpose and their divine destiny, just as you are. They're mirroring you. So and it's with compassion and grace that they're accepting this and they're learning this. Okay, and it's like a maturing adult that they're taking on greater responsibility and they're stepping up, but they're going through the process of this sort of like of maturity, and they're being empowered to express their essence, but they're going through some healing as well too. Okay, and they are their success as they continue in growth is going to be laced with that compassion and with the joy that brings them to that next level. Okay, and they're gonna find they're looking to the light and letting the light shine on them as well, as is you, you know, through this process, you know, right through here as well, and right through here as well. And they're getting guidance. Okay, so it's just a message to reassure them that the progress that they're making is definitely on the right path, as long as they you know, focus on the grace and compassion with themselves as they continue to unfold and things unfold for them. Things may not be unfolding as they hoped or wished or thought that they would, in a way that they thought they would, but they're still unfolding, and it's going to put them on the right path. This is saying don't turn back and don't give up. Okay, on this rich, you know, situation, whatever that is. Let's see what else wants to come out to play. What is this? From nothing to everything. Oh gosh, how amazing. This is a 7 card about having faith. So it's a 16 card, and it's almost as if that it comes out to be this passionate ball of fire, and then it shines the light and kind of immerses, you know, it really kind of bursts out into the fire. So this is beautiful. So this is having the faith, okay, in this situation or in this relationship, whatever that is, that, you know, again, has brought you to my channel. So this is really talking about that. It is just that they're at like this pruning stage. Like the gardener, they're having this something that they're having faith in their dream, but they're kind of pruning it a little bit through the process, so they can actually create the art or the music that they want in this relationship or in this situation. So it's like sometimes when we're in love, sometimes sometimes it's also about you know, and when we're on the path of love, it's about the focus of letting go. And sometimes we might be stripped back and then have to you know, kind of allow the sun to shine on us and go out in nature and to kind of regroup a little bit. But what happens is that we wonder sometimes if we can bear it. And this is saying is that this person is going to be able to bear it, that they're meeting the challenge of their love life and their soul is ready for it to move forward. And what they're trying to do is they've got a lot of passion, so as they move forward and expressing that, they're kind of pruning it down a little bit. Okay, and so that's basically what it wants you to know. Okay, so we only come to this challenge when we're ready for it, and this person is ready for it. Okay, so this is saying that this person is being asked to receive, and to become empty, so once again they can be filled up. Okay, so losing everything so they can be filled up again. Okay, and because they're going to that next stage and that next level, and it's almost like this maturity is taking place over here. So note your comments below, but that's what I'm seeing. There could be that other person. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come through for this other person over here. What is it? You who show the way. Oh gosh, this is about growth. This is certainly about growth and using the divine, okay, as guidance in this growth. It's a 33 card, and I'm sorry for the glare there, guys. It's a 33 card here, but that it's talking about growth. And even though that through the emotions and these waters have been somewhat turbulent and somewhat harsh and a little bit kind of confronting, and it's been very difficult to maneuver, through the emotions of this love situation or this situation. The emotions have been high; they come up and down and up and down, and it's the saying is that is looking to the divine to show them the way forward that is going to help them in the process or in this situation, right? So, like I said, the Sixers are talking about growth, so they're definitely coming to some sort of maturity here, okay? And they're also being that they're it brings a sign to them that no matter how hard that they have been working on their situation, it's about to be resolved, and they don't need to really hold on to it or become more worthy, of that resolution. It's just going to all happen by the grace of the divine, and they're looking and focusing on the divine and letting it go into the divine and put it in the divine's hands. Okay, and even if they have no idea what's going to take place, that's what they're doing. Okay, because they're going through, they're becoming closer to the divine and understanding the powers of co-creating with the divine. Okay, so what they're letting go, there's going to be a resolution that happens without them being aware of it until after the fact. Okay, and then everything all of a sudden, what was an issue will no longer be an issue. Okay, and that's what it wants to say. Okay, so you have a situation in the midst, in terms of the love life. What this is saying that feels like it's really impossible to resolve right now. This is saying is that the divine has got you, okay, has got your hand in this and is taking the lead and is leading the way, and all you need to do is to seek its guidance, okay, to seek the light. Okay, definitely has got your front and your back. Okay, the divine's got it. All right, so that's what this is saying to you. Okay, so have faith and have hope, and it's the sun is going to really shine through on this, and to have the hope, because it's the wise choice at this time. Okay, and anything else for this other side over here? Okay, blessing of Zahra. Okay, so this is about letting things work. It's letting the divine do its work in you. This person is shedding all those ways of doing things, and is allowing the divine to work through him or her. And it's old ways of doing things, old mindsets, old belief systems. Okay, and it's letting them. It's kind of shape shifting them, right? Same as it is for on this other side, right? It's letting go of what and letting go of the control, and understanding and using their heart to lead, and to gain and letting the heart be their communication, because previously it was all out from the mind, And I think what's happening here is that the communication is now coming from the heart. You see all that green there? That's the heart chakra. You see the blue? That's about communication, okay? And this communication from the divine that's working through this person. And it's doing its work just like it did on this other side. So remember, like I said, you're mirroring each other. You really are. There's growth for both of you here. The beauty of this is that there's a love here too. So, I mean, that's what I'm seeing as well. So, okay, guys, let's find out what it is that you want to say to them and what they want to say to you. Because there is a very deep spiritual connection, because you're both going through a transformative period in your life as well. And you're learning from each other too, okay? It's quite beautiful, right? And, you know, there's a lot of passion in this dance, and a lot of it is about letting go, okay? Letting go and let the divine work its way, you know, through you in the process. So what is it that you, Leo, want to say to this person? Here it is. It's frightening to me that we see things so differently. Well, there you go. That's a prime example of the process. So perhaps that, you know, as you see the situation or relationship or whatever's got you, this person is seeing it in a completely different way. And sometimes, you know, a different perspective can be scary because it's not something that we've kind of are used to. But it's also a thing about growing. When you look at a different perspective, you can actually grow, okay? So, you know, it allows you to be less rigid, right? And, you know, and this is just looking at each other's positions and being respectful about that, okay? So maybe it's about looking at another, you know, at something a little differently. And who knows, you might say, hey, that feels right, or that makes sense, okay, to me, and you never know. So let's see what else it is you want to say to this person. So note your comments below if that feels like something you want to say to this person. All right, I want us to stop what we're doing to each other, both of us now. Okay, so I think it's a way of communicating with each other that needs to come from more of a heartfelt situation. It's got to come real. It's acknowledging the elephant in the room, all right? And perhaps that needs to be brought up. So this could be a way to bring that up and actually really, you know, about kind of taking control and being the grown-up in the room, okay, by bringing this up, all right? Even that if the other person would want to, you know, feels that it's necessary to, someone's got to bring this up. And so perhaps on this side, that would be you, okay? Let's take a look at what this other person wants to say to you. Here it is, okay, here it is. I know that you want to repair this, but right now, I just need to be in my own space. Please try not to take this personally. I love you. Very, very beautiful. Especially when you end it with those 3 words at the end. It lets you know that this person just, you know, this person just needs their space, okay? Definitely just needs their space at this time. And sometimes we need that to kind of, you know, kind of get things together after going through something like this, right? And navigating these difficult waters, okay? This is about pruning themselves, right? And as they come through in their passion, and with compassion, they're kind of surrendering to what's happening within them, but trying to get themselves straight in this process, okay? So it's just you know, sometimes we need a little bit of space so the emotions can kind of slow down a little bit, and then you can have a better conversation, okay, to breach whatever gap that is necessary to, you know, create the communication, better communication in the process. And what else? Your behavior is threatening to me, and I'm trying to tell you about it, not to make you feel bad, but so I can feel close to you again. So perhaps the way that you're coming across, keep in mind, Leo, might be a little harsh. Keep that in mind, okay? So just have a focus in on that as well. It could be, you know, vice versa, but it's saying that the person on this side is fearing that, and that could be something that triggers them based upon their own upbringing and filters, you know, through their life, you know, through their filter system, in you know, through their experiences. And what they have experienced in the past. But this is saying is that maybe coming across a little softer, a little calmer is going to help this person better understand and feel close to you again, but toning things down with, again, compassion, with love, and with grace, and that might help out. So quite interesting. So what's going to help you out within this process overall for both of you? What's going to really help breach this back and breach the gap and make things easier? Health. Honoring your, focusing on the health of not only the food, your diet and nutrition of what you put into your body, but also the food and drink that you put into your mind. Okay, very, very important. Focusing on that. Okay, very, very key. Focus on what is really healing to the heart and what makes you feel good. So if you feel a negative habit or a negative thought come up, catching that and thinking of 2 other ways that could be more positive in terms of a response to negate that and to move forward with that positive vibration. So health, paying attention to your health, and that is mind, body, and soul health. So again, if this person needs some space, that might need to have some personal space for the divine, so you can both come together much better, right? So something to think about. Let's see what else wants to come into play. Happiness. Nice. There's a lot of green here, guys. There's a lot of love, a lot of heartfelt feelings here. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Okay, so use that as an indication. If you're both happy together, that makes you feel you're on the right path. And if not, then maybe these words will maybe help you kind of breach that gap a little bit. So this is beautiful. Happiness. You're on the right path when you're happy. Okay, it's a strong indication about how you feel. And anything else that wants to come out. Fear. This is beautiful. That I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So replace your fear with love in this situation, and I think you'll make some great strides. Okay, that's it's going to ground the situation. So you've got the root chakra and the sixth and the crown chakra together, the base of the chakras and the top of the chakras. And when you balance those out, that's going to be heavy. That's going to be quite beautiful. So very, 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 very nice. So do keep that in mind. That's what wants to come into play. And really focus on of just replacing any sort of fear that you have in this situation with love, and come across that way. And I think that things are going to work out really well. And who knows, it's going to work out. Who knows what that well looks like, right? We'll leave that to the divine. But note your comments below. Thank you so much. I hope this resonated with you in some way, shape, or form, and I look forward to seeing you in the month of June. Until then, namaste.